Let's break down the differences between the Neakasa and PetSnowy litter boxes. Now, I was gifted both of these for review, but my opinions are my own. Let's get into it. Now, as you can see, these are very, very different designs, but they are both excellent boxes for completely different reasons. Now, the PetSnowy is an all-in-one package. It has a fully enclosed drum, it has a litter catch built into it, it even has a specialized fan and places to add air deodorizers so you can control the smell that's coming out of it. And all the litter is collected in this drawer down here. Whereas the Neakasa is a much simpler and more straightforward design. It is an open litter box, very inviting for cats. The entire drum does spin and then it dumps down into this bottom drawer here. It does not have a deodorizer, but it does come with a large litter catch, which you can put in front of it. Now, these litter boxes couldn't be more different. The Neakasa, with its simple open box design, is great for the extra large cat and the timid cats, the ones that aren't going to be willing to go into this small contained space. This is a very cat-friendly litter box, but it pays for that in not being the prettiest to have out in your house, so this is definitely one that you'd want to put out of the way. But as long as your box is somewhere where you're not seeing it all the time, this is a standout box. Not only is it very inviting for your cats and does a great job keeping clean litter accessible for your cats at all times, but its litter catch is the largest catch. So this will definitely work if you're gone for a long trip. It will collect everything for you. Now, over time, this will get very smelly, and while it does have a silicone seal and won't be very smelly when the whole box is closed up, when it spins, it does actually open up a space to dump any of the dirty litter into, and those moments are when this can make your room quite smelly. So to counter that, you'll either want to get a deodorizer that you have near it, or just empty this when it starts getting smelly. Not a big problem at all, and this one is a great option. Now, the PetSnowy is for the owner that really doesn't want to see anything. What's great about this one is you really can't push it up against the wall or out of the way. Because the drum is contained, you're not going to block anything from spinning. And I can take off this top to show you that it really is just this simple drum here that spins and then it dumps down into the drawer below. And this is where the litter catch is for the cats to jump out and catch all that litter before they get out of the box. And right here, you can open this up, and this is where you can add a deodorizer, and you have a built-in fan. And I do love that this is a separate piece. In case this breaks, even though I don't expect it ever will, you can just replace this instead of having to replace your entire box. Now, they both come with fantastic apps, and one of the things I love most about the apps is that they track which cat used the litter box and for how long. So I can go back and see whether or not any of my cats are having any litter issues. It's really nice for tracking that. And the PetSnowy app definitely has more features because it has more built into it, so it's just a lot more customizable in general, but it does pay for all those extra features by having the largest footprint of the automatic litter boxes I've reviewed. So this definitely takes up a lot of space. That said, because everything's hidden and because of how clean it looks, this is one that you can have out in your living room or somewhere more accessible, and it's not going to be too ugly. You're not going to be seeing any dirty litter. It's going to keep everything confined and for the most part keeps the space smelling nice and fresh. That said, my 15-pound ragdoll kitty will not go into this. It is just too small and confining for him. Whereas my ragdoll has no issue using this box at all. It is super inviting for any cat. That said, my orange cat will use either. He is not picky at all about what litter box he uses. And if none of my cats were picky, I love all the features this PetSnowy provides, but because I have a picky cat, I would go with the Neakasa every time. It is far more important to me to get a box that I know my cats will use instead of a box with all the bells and whistles. But overall, these are both fantastic boxes, obviously for completely different reasons, and I hope this video helped you make a decision.